Hello dearies! Okay, I think we are live and I am so excited because I have a very special guest for you to meet today, and she's going to be joining us in just a few minutes, and there she is. I'm really excited for you guys to meet the special guest. If you can't already tell what theme it's going to be here, it's for the Sleepy Hollow Book Club. So let's get started. Yay! There she is!
Hi there, how are you?
Hey, welcome!
Your outfit is amazing. I love that you're in theme.
Had to. You can't tell I just, I didn't have electricity for 24 hours, right? So
Yeah, well done.
great. So thank you so much for doing this very last minute live stream with me for the Sleepy Hollow Book Club. And can you introduce yourself?
Absolutely. So my name is Julia Campbell, and I'm actually here right now at the Anne of Green Gables Museum in Park Corner, Prince Edward Island, which is the home that was owned and it's been in the Campbell family now for over 250 years. And it's the home where the author Lucy Montgomery got married. I'm actually standing in the room that she was married in right now, and spent a lot of her childhood growing up and visiting her Campbell cousins.
That's so amazing. Oh, I can't believe you're like right there in Avonlea right now. Like, that's
Yes,
amazing.
I know.
And
You know what? It obviously is a very different year for us. We've been, my father and my grandmother opened the museum here almost 50 years ago, and this is the first year that we haven't, been able to kind of have tourists see them at a full capacity. So I'm just going to flip right now, actually, because you'll want to see this, and your viewers will too. So there's a Matthews carriage ride.
oh my gosh, okay.
Yes. So we have carriage rides that run always during our season. We do half-hour rides around the property, and then if you can see, I'll just point it out here, like you can see the lake through the trees. You can do a ride through the lake, along the field to the Lake of Shiny Waters, and we go back to a private beach. And so there are still a few people. We, here in Prince Edward Island, we bubbled with neighboring provinces. So we called it the Atlantic bubble. So there was 4 provinces that you were able to travel within without having to isolate.
Good.
So we have had some visitors here this summer, which has been lovely.
Yeah. Aw. That's amazing. And so can you share your like family connection as well? Like your
Yes, absolutely. So I'll just flip again. So this is I'll see if I can find some pictures here in the parlor that we're in. So up here, this is actually my grandfather, James Campbell, sitting in the photo with Lucy Montgomery. And he knew her quite well. He passed away in 1969. And these are my great aunts here, my great aunt Maud Campbell and Georgie Campbell. And there's LMM and her.
Oh my goodness.
Ready? And this is the original organ that was played
Oh my goodness.
at Lucy Montgomery's wedding day. I'll just kind of go over here to the corner so you can see the whole parlor, but this is the room that she was married in, and this is it in its entirety.
Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh wow, I've seen pictures, but that is so beautiful.
It is. And actually we still do. We obviously don't have many, or I don't think we have any this summer, but we have people that come and get married here. So
That's so
we play the
special.
organ, and we play the Voice That Breathed or Eden, which was the hymn that was played on her wedding day. Actually, this is a beautiful picture of her. I'll show you this one too.
Oh, great.
There's a gorgeous, I know the glare from the...
Yeah, that's okay. Oh, but I love it. Oh.
Yeah, and so all of these are obviously all the original furniture pieces and artifacts, of course, that were here when she spent time here. I love that shot of her. I know the glare too, but that's her.
Yes.
And then this would be a good one. I know that you're reading Anne. This is Anne's Enchanted Bookcase that's spoken about.
With
Yeah.
the reflection of her imaginary friend. Oh,
Yeah, so it talks about it right here in this little, from the Alpine Path.
oh my gosh, I'm getting chills. This is amazing.
I know, isn't it amazing?
Okay, I'm not going to cry. This is amazing. If I ever get to actually visit, we'd hope to this summer, I would just be crying the whole time, I think.
I know you mentioned that you were meant to come this summer, and I mean, hopefully, hopefully if everything goes well, we'll be able to, we'll be able to have you here next season is obviously our hope too, because we've heard from so many guests and people who were, supposed to be traveling to PEI this summer that haven't been able to come. So we're certainly hopeful that with everybody staying safe and healthy, and hopefully a good working vaccine, that people will be comfortable traveling again soon.
Aw. I know. That's so sorry. Like that's about the tourism this year for you guys, but you have your online store, so that's
We
something.
do, we do. And you know what? I mean, we're very, businesses obviously, and a lot of small businesses here in PEI and our tourism and our fishing and our farming industries have obviously taken a hit, just like, you know, pretty much every place globally. But we're very lucky here. We've had very few cases. It's not mandatory to wear a mask here. We've had 44 cases total since the outbreak. So I mean, we're
Wow.
extremely lucky in the sense that we're not in a health pandemic here.
Mhm.
So you know, and people are getting really creative at finding us as well. Like we revamped our online store, and just, you know, doing a lot more digital marketing and trying to find creative ways to, you know, to make sure that people are still getting their Anne experience.
Yeah, I love that I love what you're doing with everything, and we kind of connected because I happened to win the giveaway that you did
Yes,
earlier this year.
exactly.
So there's just the beautiful, if everyone, you know, you still have this on your shop, right?
We
This beautiful
do. We absolutely
edition,
do. So that was the
beautiful.
recreation of, oh yes, and the mug, the Anne quilt mug.
And then
I
the
love that
bookmark, yeah.
print. Yes, we're just launching. I know that with the book club you did, Anne and Gables, we just launched, or we're launching tomorrow, a new children's book too that we've published ourselves.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, and it was adapted and illustrated by two island women. So we'll be super excited to launch that tomorrow.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, it
I
is.
love the ways you're being creative. Just still, you know, even just like Ellen Montgomery had to be really creative throughout her life, didn't she?
Oh my gosh, totally. Oh my gosh, it's very true. She did, and I think I can't remember if it was 7 or 9 times that the book got turned down by publishing companies before it finally got picked up.
Yeah. Oh
So
my
yes, there
goodness.
was. And so I have to say to you in person as well, the photos that you did as Diana were just stunning. It was so lovely to have those photos of Diana because I mean the focus is obviously usually on Anne, but Diana is such a huge important character in the book, and I mean you looked exactly like her. It was
Oh,
amazing.
thank you so much. A little bit older, Diana. But
Oh, it
my middle
was.
name is actually Diane, so I kind of feel like that connection. And yeah, I love Diane.
Absolutely. So how is it working with your book club? You do one book a month?
Yeah, so we've kind of been, it's like a new book club, so we're just kind of seeing what the members want and kind of going with that. But yeah, we've been doing Anne this month, and it's been wonderful, and we have special guests like you, and it's just so cool. So I would love actually to ask you a few questions about just if it's true what the book said, how Anne describes Prince Edward Island and Avonlea. Is it the most bloomiest place in the world? Do you think? Do you agree with that? I loved how she said that.
It is
Um,
honestly I mean, PEI in its entirety. It's a very small island. There's 150,000 people on our entire island. We go east to west, and it's like a 3.5 hour drive. So we're extremely small. We're the smallest province in Canada, but all of PEI in the summertime, like it is it really is a magical place. And this area where we are, you know, from Cavendish and where Avonlea is, all the way here to Park Corner, along the North Shore, like it is so pristine, so beautiful. There's just beautiful rolling fields. The ocean, I mean, is just right across 3 fields, and
it
it
just seems
is.
like the most magical place in the world.
It is, and it's so true. It is 100% the most bloomiest place that there is.
Because rereading Anne for the book club is just what stood out to me more this time was just all the descriptions of Prince Edward, like especially where you're at in Park Corner and the Lake of Shining Waters and just the way the seasons come and go. I was just like, it must be the most wonderful place in the world to live.
Yes, absolutely. And I think too, when people read Anne of Green Gables or they have read Anne of Green Gables and they come to visit, I think that's why their visit ends up being so special. I mean, people just have this absolute nostalgia whenever they come to visit our property because it is so similar to what Lucy Montgomery describes in Anne of Green Gables as far as the nature and the blooms and the trees and the water. It's
Even your
absolutely stunning.
museum has the white and green shutters, right? And the
Yeah,
Green Gables. You have Green Gables on your
we
museum.
do. We do.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's so cool. And then one more question I had thought to ask you, if to put you, didn't mean to put you on the spot, but what makes the roads red in Avonlea?
You know what? People say that it was the iron in the soil.
Yeah.
Obviously, we hear a lot of, and what a lot of people say, and people visiting say, it's because of Anne's red hair. That gets said all the time. That is like probably the number one answer whenever Islanders get asked.
Yeah.
But you know what? I don't know. I think it's just like probably the mineral composition within our soil, because we're on the North Shore here, and the soil is extremely red. But if you're on the South Shore, we actually have some white sand beaches too.
Oh, okay.
So it is kind of very indicative to this area in particular, and other areas across PEI. But the soil here is extremely red, which in the summertime also, when everything's so green, it just it really pops. Yeah, it really does pop.
That's so wonderful. So you're born and raised on Prince Edward Island?
I am born and raised and grew up in this tourism business. So growing up, we had obviously this property, Park Corner, and the museum was open. And then since that has happened, within the last 20 years, we have the Anne of Green Gables stores. Now we have retail stores. We have a wholesale company called Kindred Spirits Wholesalers. So we design and produce a lot of our own souvenirs, giftware.
Yeah.
And yeah, so the business just kind of keeps growing. And I didn't always know if I would come back home and join the family business, but I have, and it's been amazing.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's wonderful. So when you're at, I'm curious, maybe like what's the most commonly asked question you get at the museum or anywhere?
You know what? The most commonly asked question we get is probably, is Anne a real character?
Oh, okay.
We get asked that all the time. And I think some people are obviously asking, is she a real character? Oh, with the chimes of the clock. Can you hear that?
Oh yeah, that's so precious.
And some people wonder if she's a real character or not, and then other people wonder if she was based on a character, in whether it was Ellen Montgomery herself, or part of Ellen Montgomery, or another character that was close to her. So that would definitely be the number one question. Okay.
Which when I was researching more about Ellen Montgomery for the book club, I realized that she never even had a daughter herself. That's right? I think she had sons.
No, she didn't. She had two sons.
So you would think that the way she just comes up with such funny, clever things that only a little girl could say, like Anne, you just wonder, where does she come up with all these things?
Yes, and there's also another thought about Anne of Green Gables, is that it was kind of a part of Ellen Montgomery that she wanted to be more of. So there's that school of thought too.
Yeah,
and people are talking about where the inspiration kind of came from for the character.
Yeah, you can definitely. Once I learned more about Ellen Montgomery, I did start to notice all the similarities. How she was very bold, empowering, opinionated woman.
Yes,
and I loved it.
Absolutely.
But that's what makes her so relatable. Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
And has really stood the test of time.
I know, it's amazing. I mean, we celebrated 110 years in 2018. So it's, there aren't that very many novels that have been written that have stood that test of time over 100 years, been published in so many different languages, and still, Prince Edward Island, our number one industry here is tourism, and it's 100% because of Anne of Green Gables.
Oh, that's so cool.
It is.
Wow. That's so amazing. Well, I know you have to go soon, and thank you for taking the time, but I don't know if you want to share our little surprise.
Absolutely. For all of your viewers, we wanted to extend an offer of 20% off on our online store. That is annstore.ca. We have some amazing giftware. We have souvenirs. We have a lot of local island artisans product up right now. We have some beautiful prints, some pottery. So we'll extend that offer, and the code will be ANN20, and that will be until the end of this month, so August 31st.
So that works towards this beautiful.
It does.
Position and the mug. Okay, cool. That's wonderful. Thank you so much for taking the time to share with me and the book club a little piece of Avonlea right there in Green Gables.
Absolutely. And I'll just do one more flip here so your viewers can, anyway, that's just so you can just kind of see what actually we've been in. It's not as green as it's still quite green, but we've actually been in a massive heat wave here. So, but it still is. And I'll just take you over here to this window again. This is our little craft shop and tea room over here.
You have a tea room?
We do. That's our tea room right over there. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that.
I'm so excited for you to come visit whenever you can.
Yes.
You will absolutely be in heaven here.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Jonas and I cannot wait to come visit you and meet you in real life. But this has
Absolutely.
been wonderful. Thank you for the little virtual visit since a lot of people can't be there this summer.
Yes, for sure. Thank you so much for inviting me on.
Yeah, thank you for being a part of the book club. And yeah, this has been wonderful.
Take
Okay,
care, Lindsay. Thank
bye.
you very
Thank
much.
you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.